We're here at Toad Hall, and we're in Rockford, Illinois, and National Record Day is coming up.
Yes, it is.
And we're here with Nick.
Yep.
Nick, is there two now versus just one in the beginning?
Yeah, there's been a lot of confusion. So they started out the third Saturday of April, about 8 years ago. And then after the first couple years, it grew. And finally they said, wow, this is really working well. Let's start another one. So they chose to do another one on Black Friday. So for the last 5 years or so, there's been a Black Friday Record Store Day, which is part 2.
Okay, and how busy do you guys get on these days?
We figure it's about half the size of the April show, or the April Record Store Day. So it's still a really big day for us, one of the top 5 days of the year. It's not as big as April, but it's Black Friday. So yeah, there's new limited releases. We do the same sale. We do half off all our used vinyl. We order all the releases. It's a big one for us, for sure.
Why should a consumer of music invest in a record store versus other outlets that are seeming to take over?
I mean, like independent record store versus like a brick, or like Amazon, or us, invest in a record versus iTunes.
No, both basically, yes.
Okay.
But both the physical establishment itself. Because I grew up, obviously like you did, and I went to record stores several times a week.
Yeah.
It was part of the fabric of my life.
Yep.
And it just disappeared a little bit, and then it disappeared a little bit, and now it's on the verge of extinction in some places.
Yeah.
Why should younger, not just younger, but consumers of music, why should we come here instead of hopping on Amazon, hopping on FYE and things like that?
I think the physical record store it wasn't just a place to buy your music, it was a place to exchange ideas. It was a place to discover. And the discovery here is with your fingers and your eyes. It's not a computer-generated web page. Oh, you like this, so you'll probably like that. It's another thing when you talk to somebody who says, hey, that track was really good on this song, but if you like that, there's this band. I got one of these left from 1973, really obscure. That kind of connection and finding those hidden gems, it doesn't exist on the internet because it isn't worth it to them to sell you that. And they're only looking at the bottom dollar, whereas I'm looking for a better connection. I'm going to sell you something that maybe is a little bit deeper. It's not going to be played on the radio. It's not going to be found at Barnes & Noble because they don't make it new, because it's from 1972. I might have that. I'm looking for that perfect fit, whereas, they're looking to sell quantity. Sure, they want you to sell you Lana Del Rey, but they want to sell 100 of them. So they're going to recommend you that. They're going to recommend you what they can sell you. So we have the ability to sell you a lot more. We have a much wider range of things and options. So we're able to direct you a little more niche than they would be.
Yeah, I was in here last week, and I was overhearing a customer talk. Really struck me when I went home, and he had said something about, well, I'll be in next week. And I thought, that doesn't happen at Best Buy. There's no personal connection. I mean, you must develop friendships and know tastes, of your customers.
Yep. We have a lot of regular customers, and you know what they like, and you know what they won't like, and have something coming. Oh, hold this for so and so. They'll like this. So that does happen. And I think around this time of year, we get a lot of people. Well, I want to buy a record for my my brother, my cousin, my sister, my boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And I try to, okay, well, how old are they? What do they like? What do they listen to? What do they already have? And you can usually pick them out something that they won't have and that they'll like. We can kind of generalize things.
Okay. What's special about vinyl?
Well, musically, it sounds better. So on the audio side, you're getting your full range of sound. A lot of things are versus MP3s. A lot of it's compressed. Versus CDs tend to be tinny and more high end. Vinyl has all your nice lows, your mids, come through real great. Also, it's analog. CDs are digitals, so music is a sine wave. And so CDs emulate that wave with ones and zeros. So if you take you're making like a bar to try to emulate that sine wave. Well, there's always a little bit of that corner, because a sine wave is curved. You're missing that little bit all the way up, all the way down, digitally. Analog is analog. You're getting that full range. You're getting that full frequency. We're we're human. We hear sine waves. We don't hear ones and zeros. We're not robots. So it just makes sense.
Wow.
That's part of why vinyl is better. The other part is the collector's side. If you what are your options for music nowadays? You on Spotify, you pay a subscription. You buy a track on iTunes, or you can go find a CD if you can find a place that has new CDs. You quit paying your subscription, you have nothing. Your computer goes down, all your songs are gone. You have a CD. CD is still not really a bad way to go. It is digital, but hey, you can play it in your car still. You can rip it. After you're done ripping it, you put it on your shelf. If your computer fries, you can grab it off your shelf, play it still. And it still has value. If you don't like it, you can bring it down here and we'll give you store credit for it. Vinyl is the same way. You physically own the music. And if you take care of it, it usually doesn't go down in value. I would say it would either stay or usually goes up in value, especially if it's a collectible record. Then, a lot of people who've collected vinyl have, gone around, find something that they know is worth something and traded it in and to get something else they want. It's kind of like as they get into the hobby, they learn about it and they learn how to get what they want by bartering and trading and coming into the record stores and just kind of getting immersed in the culture that's here.
Yeah, a lot of social skills you're talking about there. I'm a teacher and I'm hearing things that I like to hear there.
Yeah.
When you say when I hear the word record store, or when someone hears the word record store, there's so much more than just records here, though.
Oh yeah.
What does record store really mean in the broader sense?
Well, Toad Hall is more of we try to market it as like a pop culture safe or a treasure trove. You walk in the door, so anything from really like the 20s to current, whether it's a book or a record or sheet music or comic books, that's all media and it's all pop culture, and we try to hit all of those things. And you dabble into a little bit of the historical side of things, but we really try to stay true to what it was like, what was popular in the past, and keep that alive, because a lot of history gets recorded in textbooks and on Wikipedia, but a lot of pop culture stuff gets lost to time. Think about like old personalities or old comedians from like the 20s, 30s. I don't know who those guys are now. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Your average student has no idea who any of those people are. That form of entertainment is pretty much lost. It's easily skipped over when you look back in history. Everyone knows about World War II. Everyone knows about the Great Depression, 30s, 40s. You talk about entertainment, nothing. Charlie Chaplin, maybe. And then they'll say Marilyn Monroe. It's like, well, it's a different era. so think on that sense, it's almost like we're saving the culture and revitalizing it and making sure that it's almost like a library, kind of like you can come here and you can find that piece of history that's kind of been lost, forgotten.
Wow. Well said. So this Friday is the National Record Day.
So this Friday is Black Friday and Record Store Day Part 2.
Part 2, and Saturday is Small Business
Saturday.
So
Correct.
This is a big one.
This is a big, and we're doing Stroll on State. We're setting up a tent down at Stroll on State, which is they block off all of State Street, and it's a free event. And there's local shops, food, vendors. There's they play movies on buildings and there's face painting, like all the big street festival things.
Okay, beer.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's beer. It'll be, I believe that starts around 3 and it goes till 9.
Okay.
All day down there. We will be open here also on Saturday, 11 to 6 on Saturday, and we're 8 to 8 on Black Friday.
Okay. Very good. So we're here at Toad Hall. If you can't come to Toad Hall here in Rockford, make sure you go to your record store day. And I know that I found you guys through the band Stone Sour, who does a nice job of promoting this. And if you go on their website or such, there's actually a finder there, like a link that'll you put your address in, and so anywhere and everywhere it's available.
Yep.
So go to yours, check it out, and maybe learn a little bit while you listen and read.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
You can always find us on our website. It's toadhallonline.com. If you don't have a local record store, which I know a lot of people on the East Coast and out West have a tough time finding record stores that participate in Record Store Day, We do ship records. So we open at 8. At 10 o'clock, if you call us. If we have it, we'll pull it for you and ship it to you.
There you go. So it's nationwide and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.